Last example, page 388 in your book. Welding. How many of you guys have done welding before? Every man should experience the joy of melting metal with fire. It's part of manhood, right? Just like getting your first car, learning how to belch properly. Anyways, welding. So it says here, welding is the most common way to permanently join metal parts together. Have you guys seen friction welding? Kind of going on a tangent. That is cool. That is like psychotically cool. Welders wear helmets fitted with a filter shade to protect their eyes from the intense light and radiation produced by welding light. Okay, but there's actually a logarithmic function used to determine how intense that shading should be. Okay, and it's given by the function n equals 7 times negative log t all over 3.
Couldn't they just do trial and error?
So the next time you use a welding shade and you don't go blind because of the light, thank logarithms, right? Just say to your partner, isn't it nice that we have logarithms so that we don't go blind when we weld these two pieces of metal together?
I think he'll stab
right?
the welding rod.
And then he'll probably, that'd be bad.
I'll say that.
Okay, so let's define some of these variables. T is the fraction of light, visible light, that passes through the filter. And N is just the shade number that ranges from 2 to 14. So 14 is like really, really, really dark, and 2 is not very dark at all. Okay? So the correct filter shade depends on what kind of welding you're doing. Like if you're doing arc welding, you use a filter shade of 12. It's pretty bright stuff, so you need a really dark filter shade. An arc welder has a shade number of 12. And we're going to use this function. We forgot to add on the +1. Whoops. That'll make a big difference. That's what. Okay? And we're going to find what value of t will make n go to 12. Okay? So, doing this the proper way now.
Oh, I got it down, Mr. Greenlaw.
12 equals 7 negative log t over 3 plus 1. Let's not forget that. Okay. Now, let's do this properly. So, we go, bring the 1 over. So I have 11 equals, bring the negative in front, negative 7 over 3 log t. Follow? Divide both sides by negative 7 over 3. So these guys will cancel, and I'll have, this will be negative 33 over 7 equals the log of t. Skipping a few steps there, I went 11 times negative 3 over 7. Because here you flip and multiply the fraction. Right, so it'll be negative 33 over 7. Which brings me to there. Now we're on the right path. So now we have in exponential form 10 to the power of negative 33 over 7 equals t. That's a lot simpler. Okay? What does that give you?
Whoa, how did you get
0.0, how many zeros?
4 zeros.
4 zeros. 2, 3, 4, 1, 9. Someone confirm that for me, please?
He's right.
Yeah? So that's t. That's the fraction of light that's let through. So as a percentage, we'll just multiply that by 100. So that's, we take away 2 of those zeros. 0.0019% of light passes through the filter. Whoa! That's hardly anything.